let me go live on. Let me see. All right, so I hit to check. Now it look like it ain't checking. I don't know. I don't know if it's live on the it was just live on the Punch Junkie Network. It wasn't live on the Junior the Truth. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. Some reason they kicked me off the Junior the Truth channel. Mm-mm. I was wondering. But anyway, man, so we did this whole long talk. You said now I'm live. Ain't that something? So anyway, but yeah, we in this space, man, and that's just it. You know what I mean? And it's getting it ain't I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I just refuse to come on here and just get up here and just find stuff to talk about. You feel me? And make up shit to talk about with regard to the sport because it's hey man, it ain't this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Uh this ain't that. And I just think that in order for boxing to get out of this, they're gonna have to provide the best fights, man. That's just it. Like the best are gonna have to start, they're gonna have to start providing the best. You know what I mean? And that's literally it. That's all. There's nothing else to it. They gotta find a way and figure out how, when, where, and you know, figure out how to make them fights. And that's just it. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, that's it. That's all. Okay. Yeah, Tay Tay on both channels and she on the app. I appreciate you. Yeah, salute to y'all. Sorry everybody that's coming in on the Junior the Truth show. We've been live. For some reason I got kicked off the Junior the Truth joint. So, but here we are though. So salute to y'all. Um, hey man, it's real stuff going on in the world though. Shit, fuck it. You feel me? We give them a reason to kick us out now for real. You know what I mean? There's a huge cover up, man. You have to do your research, but there's a huge cover up with regard to what's going on in Northeast Ohio. There was a train derailment. I believe it was like over 100 it was over 100 train cars. You feel me, that derailed, and it was carrying some dangerous chemicals. You understand what I'm saying? It was carrying some dangerous chemicals. I'm gonna tell you the chemical that it was called. What is called vinyl chloride. It's a toxical, it's a toxic, excuse me, flammable gas. Um was the chemical that's most concerned. And from what I understand, when it combines with water, I believe it like boils. And then they even said that it's flammable, but when it's on fire, it becomes lethal. It's a lethal, produces, of course, the lethal gas or whatever the case may be. So what happened, and what they came in and did was um uh um what they did was they came out and burned. They went on their way to get rid of the chemicals and shit was to actually burn it. You feel me? So they burnt the gas and sent it up in flames, you know what I mean, over in East Palestine, Ohio. And it's created there's fears that it's actually made its way into the pollution has made its way into the Ohio River, which the Ohio River, provides, is a water source for, not just Ohio, but also the 6 surrounding states. As we know, the Ohio River is a major river that makes its way down into the Mississippi River, so on and so forth. So, but it's being reported that in that area up there, which is a huge farm area, because Ohio has a huge agriculture population here. You feel me? In that area, there's been a lot of livestock that have been been dying. A lot of animals on people's farms and shit have been dying. They're afraid that the chemicals, especially being burned, and the smoke coming up and the residue and whatever the case may be, has spread, of course, all over there. But it's also come down and settled in the soil. You feel me? Which is going to have an adverse reaction. And so there's this huge, thing that's going on. with the cover up and pointing of the blame, shifting the blame, so on and so forth. It's a story that was originally not getting a whole lot of was not getting a whole lot of traction. There's a lot of people that was trying to keep the story from getting out. You feel me? And it's just and it's a lot. And the funny thing about it was that the train derailed on February the 3rd at 9 p.m. You understand what I'm saying? It was February the 3rd, and it's February the 15th. And one of the brothers, I think Maine, just said he just heard about it yesterday. You see what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, man, it's a bunch of wild shit going on, and they're saying that, and now people are reporting that, fish, there are hundreds of fish that are in the ponds that are, coming up dead. Um, like hundreds of fish, you know what I'm saying, that are in the waters up that way, that are dying. Um, People, one lady was on there, her chickens and shit, you know what I mean, she came out and her hens were all dead, and it wasn't no predators that got in, you know what I mean. There was another dude who reported that, he got foxes and shit on his land, and he's got foxes and coyotes that are dead on his land. Like, it's just a lot of shit that's just going on, you feel me. So you got, and then we just had something similar that took place in northern Houston, Texas, with a train that derailed and chemicals, was carrying dangerous chemicals, if you will. Yeah. Felix Nunes just said it. He said something similar just happened in Houston too. Train derailment with chemicals. Yeah. So it's some shit you should, we should be, definitely dialing into, man. It sometimes in life, man, you just things like really truly start to, like, hopefully stuff should start to make sense, man. You know what I mean? And if it don't make sense to you, then I just don't know what to say. You feel me? Yeah. Um Omega said, I know you read my comment. Let me see. I didn't. What'd you say? Exactly. That's why I stay up on these chemical plants. Can't buy bad products for my livestock. Yeah, he said 4 chemical plants caught on fire recently. Mm. Be About the Farms, my brother said, at this point, peeps got to see the writing on the wall. It's the people versus the companies and these state agencies, man. Man up, peeps. You feel me? You got to go in and read that Second Amendment, man. Like, it's at the end of the day, I just say originally soon, man, before too long, people gonna start rocking out. You know what I mean? And it's just it's unfortunate that it comes this way. It has to come this way, but you just have to realize that you really truly have no friends, man. And there's a lot of ways to divide and conquer, a lot of political agendas that are pushed in order to keep the people divided, and a lot of stuff that just really is predicated on ignorance. You feel me? It's predicated on ignorance in order to keep the people ignorant. You know what I mean? And to keep the people from really truly figuring out what's going on and locking in. But you have to understand, like, for me, the struggles that I have with coming in here and talking about boxing when you have that type of shit going on. You feel me? When you have unidentified flying objects being shot down all over the country. You feel me? And trains being derailed, and you feel me, and all types of shit just going on. And then you got people like, I got people in my personal life that, man, it's just everything's just a conspiracy with you. You feel me? People don't like talking to me because I'm a conspiracy theorist. You feel me? And I'm sitting here looking at it like, at some point, cuz, like, we gotta, you feel me? This shit gotta go beyond just saying, you a conspiracy theorist. Where your 10-4 hat at, nigga? You need a 10-4 fitted, all that bullshit. At some point, we gotta go beyond that, and we gotta say, hey man, like, it's something to this shit. Like, something going to fuck on. You feel me? Like, Um, something. Salute to my sister Rhonda in the building. What's up with the sister Rhonda? Yeah, so this ain't about conspiracy and conspiracy theories and not nah man. This shit is about it's a layout of facts that are taken and things that are taking place. And at the end of the day, something in the milk just ain't white. You feel me? Something in the milk ain't white, Dre Finest. And at some point, you have to begin to plan and make the appropriate moves in order to secure the safety of yourself and security of yourself and your family. And that's just the truth. And if you don't want to, then I mean, you just gonna have what you got coming. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that's just I don't know. Be about it for I said folks rather stay in denial because when you get over the denial, you realize action must be taken and you the ones and by you and the ones you love. You feel me? Like man, it's nah man. Train planes. I was reading about a plane that plummeted down and came down and plummeted to like 800 feet above above the above the is it the it was the Atlantic Ocean, I think it was. Like man, this shit is and that's why people be like laughing at me because I ain't flying nowhere. Like I'm not flying nothing. You feel me? I'm on the ground with it. You know what I mean? They like, man, you like I'm I got the we got the Atlanta trip coming up next weekend, and then about a month out, we got New Orleans. If I go make it to New Orleans, I'm driving. And like, man, you gonna drive to New Orleans? You crazy and blah blah blah. Man, I ain't flying shit, cuz like I ain't flying nothing. You feel me? I'm a drive, man. You feel me? I'm a whip, whip. I ain't, I ain't, I ain't flying. I'm driving. You understand? Like that's just what that is. Sister Rhonda said, "Oh my God," she said, "That's what my grandmama used to say. Something ain't right in the milk." You feel me? Hey, I'm just telling you, Sister Rhonda. Hey, it's something going on, man. And this is where we miss. I don't know, man. This is where I miss the old folks. This is where I miss this is where I miss the old folks. Quickly say, and they want people to jump on this train. They will have to take you from an area to Houston and maybe a little further past my area. Nope. I'll make that drive. Hoist my damn self. All easy. You're easy. Nah, Sister Rhonda, I usually fly. I usually fly. I usually fly. Like I fly all over the place. I've flown all over the place. You know what I mean? All over the country, overseas. I used to have to I had a I had a contract a couple years ago. And I worked with I did software, you know what I mean, for student affairs. I did student affairs software, you know what I mean? And I contracted with a company. And so I was responsible for installing the software. And I used to have to fly all over the country for that. Like I had to fly everywhere. And I traveled like 90% of the time. Yeah, so I used to fly. I used to travel and fly. Like flying was the only way I could get where I needed to be. I would drive every now and again when I could. You feel me? If it was something in Ohio or I think I drove, out to West Virginia, you know what I mean? I prefer to drive. But as far as now, like right now, where we are right now with everything, the way everything's lined up, nah, I'm driving with it. You feel me? I'm driving with it. I prefer to drive. I take my time, I get there. You know what I'm saying? I'm in control of when I leave. I ain't got no layovers. I ain't got no flight delays. I ain't got no lost luggage. You feel me? It's me, myself, and I. Shout out to Plug Two. Rest in peace. You feel me? Shout out to De La Soul. Yeah, it's just me, myself, and I. So I prefer it that way. And with everything, honestly speaking, with everything that's going on, man, I'm keeping my motherfucking feet on the ground. You understand what I'm saying? I'm keeping my feet on the ground and I'm keeping my hand on the 40. You feel- Sister Rod, I got my feet on the ground. I got my hand on the 40. You feel me? And I ain't talking old English either. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Um, yeah, yeah. And we just this is just the space that we in, man. And it's at some point, you know what I mean? It's not like Lauren Bevel saying salute to the beautiful Lauren Bevel. It's not conspiracy. At some point, you know what I mean? This shit is just goddamn good research. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just good goddamn research. It ain't conspiracy. Sometimes it's just some good goddamn common sense. You understand? Like, let me think, let me think. At some point, we gotta think, let me think. Something in the milk just ain't white. You feel me? Like, ain't something ain't adding up. Like it just at some point, something just they don't. I mean, you can be real, man. Like, let's be real. Don't it just feel like some shit off? Like you can feel it. And that's why I was saying the other day, man, it's imperative. Like this shit, you gotta do work on the spiritual realm. Like I know people ain't trying to hear that, you understand? But you gotta actually do work on it's we have to do work on the spiritual realm, right? And what are you gonna do? You have to be able to feel some things. Like something, it just ain't something just don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? Something ain't right with the storms. You feel me? Something ain't right with the weather. You understand? Something ain't right when you get the snow and the snow don't melt when you put it in fire, but it just turned yellow. Something ain't right. You understand what I'm saying? We had a thunderstorm, and I was talking about it back in the fall. We had a big, huge thunderstorm, and it was lightning with no thunder. It was just lightning strikes and with no thunder. You feel me? Like that didn't resonate well with my soul. I went outside the other night and when they was talking about all this shit getting shot down, and I went outside and I didn't see the moon. And that next day I said something to y'all like, I didn't see the moon last night. Y'all seen the moon, and y'all was trying to tell me like, no, I seen the moon. You feel me? You tripping? I seen the moon. Like, nah, bro. I like literally be looking at and for the moon like every night on a daily basis. I look. And I didn't. I walked all around and I couldn't. Hey man, I didn't see the moon. I searched all over, couldn't find nobody. Looking at a nigga, I couldn't find the moon. And I'm like, man, I ain't. And then it was so bad. I called my folk, like, hey man, you see the moon? And my folks was like, looked out, like, nah, I don't see the moon. Like, where the moon at? Like, I see the stars, and there's a lot of stars out, so it's bright, but I don't see the moon. So yeah, man, it's players ball said public service announcement. The UFO has been shot down, and here's Rihanna. You feel me? Here's the Super Bowl. You feel me? LeBron James broke the scoring record. Like we be getting my shit, myself included. I'm worse than y'all. You know what I mean? Getting caught all up in that shit. Like, man, nah, something ain't right. You feel me? Something ain't right. Be About a Farm said, he said, man, he said they fucking with the planet, Junior. My bees are bringing in pollen. Uh they're over a month ahead of schedule. Wow. Bro, I was outside yesterday and it was 32 degrees and it was flies out. Like, and I can't speak about other parts of the planet, but in Ohio, like you don't see insects in the winter. Like we don't see insects every now. If you do, they inside and they didn't crawl out of some crevice. You feel me? But we don't see like flies and bees and shit. We don't see them. You feel me? We don't see them in the winter. Yeah, I mean, unless you feel me, unless you have a hive or something, and you actually cultivate, you know what I mean. Bees like the mighty plant-based pugilists, but for me, like I don't see flies and shit like regularly. I don't see a whole bunch of insects. So yeah, man, I don't. Damn, Tay Tay said Judgment Day is coming. You better be ready. Golly, I gotta put Pornhub down, huh? Tay Tay said, remember back in the day, you could see all the stars. I don't see them as much anymore. Now, I be a lot of overcasted days where you don't see as many stars. You used to be able to see all the stars and the Big Dipper and the North Star and all that. Mega said, I told y'all they had a UFO disclosure in 2020, but y'all was focused on C-19. I read the disclosure. Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. It's some Dre Finest said, you better get your house in order. Shay Girl said, right, Tay Tay. Salute to the brothers UK, sprinkling some of that international currency in here. Talib Cunningham said my azaleas is blooming. They a month early. Damn, bro. The flowers is blooming. They a month early. I don't know. Megan told Tay Tay it's too many lights in New York. She can't see the stars. She got to go down there and lay in the grass on him to see them. Is what he said. Yeah, so I don't know, man. So like, I'm kind of like, so so if Judgment Day is coming, like you say, Tay Tay, we should either like be really, 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 really good or just fuck it and just be bad. Salute to Mike Biggs boxing in the building. What's up with it? Like if it's about to be over anyway, you feel me? Like, because it's all kind of shit. Like I just seen a article yesterday. They was talking about oodles and noodles, and you shouldn't be eating that shit. Like anybody eating oodles and noodles, man, it's over with for you. And I'm like, man, we was, golly, man. I'm so glad and see, I used to be them. I was one of them kids that I grew up like. You feel me? I ate I'm a country boy, man. So I ate, grandmama's. We was eating grandmama's food. So like a lot of shit, like my friends and them was eating, like I didn't have that. You understand what I'm saying? Like I had cornbread and butter beans. You feel me? Lima beans. Like I'm like the only person I know that like lima beans. I love lima beans. You feel me? Black eyed peas and cornbread and greens. You feel me? And fried chicken. I mean the real fried chicken. You understand? Pork chops. Like, yeah, I grew up eating that. Like red rice. You feel me? Nanny used to make red rice. I love Nanny's red rice. You feel me? Beans and rice, Hoppin' Johns, if you will. Like I grew up eating that kind of stuff. Everybody was eating, we going to McDonald's. You feel me? Motherfuckers getting McDonald's and shit. And I would get it, every now and again, with my dad. But like you feel me? I'm eating cornbread. You understand what I'm saying? We eating corn. I'm talking about my papa would sit down and eat cornbread and buttermilk. You understand? Like, yeah, a whole bunch of country shit, a whole bunch of Choctaw Indian shit. Like, so I didn't eat a whole lot of that stuff. So when I actually got to the point of actually eating some of it, like noodles, like I ate noodles, like damn, you feel me? To eat something that tastes like meat and it ain't no meat in here, like damn, you feel me? Like that shit was good, but it was very, very short lived. Charles Jameson said them lima beans be busting, bro. But you ain't lying. I'm about to make me some lima beans this weekend, bro. I'm gonna make me a big ass pot of lima beans. Yeah, they had that asteroid that hit friends to my and I just seen a story that a piece of the sun fell off. You feel me? Like they said, bro, they said a piece of the sun just fell off. You feel me? Let me hit y'all with they just said a piece of the sun fell off. Like how a piece of the sun fall off? A piece of the sun fell off, bro. Excuse me. Like, how did a piece of the sun fall off? Big Dad said, my granny loved buttermilk. No thanks, granny, but that cornbread was busting. Bro, they said a piece of the sun fell off. Like how a piece of the sun fell off. It just broke off. You understand what I'm talking about? Like a piece of the sun just broke off. Like pieces of the sun don't just break off, dog. Indian Carter said lima beans, turkey necks, and cornbread, bro. I'm finna make that this weekend, man. I'm finna make that. I'm finna make that. I'm finna make them. I'm gonna make me some lima beans, turkey necks, and cornbread. That's gonna be my Saturday meal. I'm gonna eat that. That's gonna be my post game meal. You feel me? Lauren Bevel said, "Where the motherfucker fall to?" That's what I'm saying. I don't know where that shit fell. And who did hit? The piece of the sun fell off. Be About a Farm said, "Where did it break when it went off?" Omega Red said, "It's called solar flares. Know your science." Now, I don't know that science, bro. All I heard was the sun broke off. So solar flares is when the sun break off. I'm gonna have to research it, bro. If you're wrong, I'm gonna cuss you out for coming in here talking to me like I'm stupid, bro. You need to know your science, nigga. You feel me? While Earth's magnetic field prevents widespread death from solar radiation, the sheer electromagnetic power of a flare could disrupt power grids, internet connections, and other communication devices on Earth, resulting in chaos and potentially even death. I don't know what is a solar flare. Solar flares are huge explosions of electromagnetic radiation from the sun. The flare appears as a sudden, intense brightening of a region. It sounds like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about on the sun, lasting several minutes to hours. Flares occur when intense magnetic fields on the sun become too entangled. It sounds like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. They didn't say nothing about no motherfucking magnetic fields in getting that Jada Pinkett entanglement. They didn't say that. They said a piece of the motherfucking sun broke off. It sounds like you don't know what you're talking about, bro. Indian Carter said solar flares. You said I'm country, but I'm into science too. That this solar flare ain't what the hold on, man. Let me read this the piece of the sun broke off shit to y'all. We just gonna put the 10-4 hats on all the way today. You understand what I'm talking about? People having alien encounters, all types of shit. Let me see if I can find this. They said a piece of the sun. Here we go. Yeah, because I think I sent it to my wife. Like, what the fuck is this? A piece of the sun broke off? Yeah, let me see. Where we at? Man, I'm not pre-ordering nothing. They always trying to sell you some shit. A piece of the sun broke off. Here's what it means. Let me see. You might be right. They might say, I'm all your apology. NASA instruments that stay ready in them. I need to call Stay Ready and see what he know about this goddamn sun breaking off. Appears to break off from the giant star and get swept up in a polar vortex. But according to the scientists who drew attention to it, it's not as dire as it sounds. But fuck you. Where we at? Um, it's just that he's circulating in a massive polar vortex around the north pole of our star. Yeah, I don't. He just keeps saying polar vortex, bro. He ain't say nothing about no solar flare. Yeah, I think I'm gonna send this to you, bro. I'm gonna send this to you, Omega. You read this and then you give me up. Then you put your scientific knowledge on it, and then you let me know what it is, bro. Because you know I'm just a country boy in Ohio, bro. He said, be about a farm said solar flares are like an EMP, aka an electromagnetic pulse. It will make all electronics go wacky if it hits us. Yeah, that's what that thing said when I looked it up by definition. But this is not even, they're just saying that a piece of the sun basically broke off and it got swept up into a polar vortex. You understand what I'm talking about? I'm gonna send this to you, Maker, when the show over, bro. And then you tell me what you think, or if you ever heard of this. I ain't never heard of a piece of the sun breaking off, bro. But I don't believe none of this shit anyway, man. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna say this. Then I'm gonna be done with it, players ball. I'm gonna say this, man. I don't know what to think no more. Lauren Bevel, I don't know what to think no more. I don't trust none of this shit, man. Like all this outer space, I don't be trusting that. Like, you feel me? Elon must be sending folks, or whoever that is, be Jeff Bezos, I think it is, one of them, be sending folks up in the outer space, and they come up there and they go up there and then they come back. Man, that's a lie, man. That's a lie. You get on the Ferris wheel, you think you're in outer space. Man, get out of here, bro. You feel me? Like I don't maybe I'm just country as fuck, but I just don't be believing that shit, man. You understand? I don't like there's no, you know what I believe? I believe that my foot is on the ground. You feel me? I believe if I go outside and pinch and pull up, I'm gonna pull up some grass and some dirt. You understand what I'm saying? I believe I got these watermelon seeds upstairs that I'm about to plant inside, like my brother, the mind of the plant-based pugilist said, and I'm a, you feel me? I'm a plant the watermelon seeds inside. Make it said I'll be on the mothership playing P Funk. You be smoking them doobies too, bro. Talking about that shit was the whatever you said, the solar beam, whatever that you said that shit was. You be smoking them doobies. Yeah, man. So I don't know about all this stuff, man. I do think that there is a lot to do with propaganda. I do believe that there's a lot to do with things that are meant to keep us distracted and meant to keep us misinformed. You feel me? And that's what I believe. Salute the Mississippi King in the building. What's up with a crooked letter? Um, I gotta make I don't really truly believe too much. You understand what I'm saying? I don't trust it. And people be like, oh, you just think everything government conspiracy about nah. I just don't be trusting shit, man. And everything is a hustle. You feel me? Like everything is a hustle. And everybody is hustling. The people are, it's like everybody's on that side, the people that got it, and then us that trying to get it. You feel me? And that's what it come down to. Like it's the people that got it versus the people and the people that got it trying to keep it by any means necessary, and it's us that's trying to get it. You understand what I'm saying? And the more of us that get it means that there are less of us that ain't got it. You feel me? Which means that there's a paradigm shift. And so things are very, very wacky at this point. And all you have to do is look at the financial markets. Like you look at the financial markets, you look at the amount of corruption and the amount of misinformation and shit that's taking place in the financial markets, the amount of orchestrated corporate corruption, all the white collar crime that's going on that side. You feel me? Meant to keep us on this side in a place of constant servitude. They want us in servitude. They want our children in servitude. They want our grandchildren in servitude. They want your whole entire bloodline in the position of servitude. You feel me? And meaning that our ass, we have to work hand to fist. Like that's what it is. And it's I mean, it's just a lot. It's a lot of corruption on that side. And I never really understood it until I jumped knee deep into the markets the way I have. You feel me? And now I really truly understand what it is. And man, Omega said fear is the best way to control the people. Facts. But then you look around and then you see in other places where people aren't afraid and they literally rocking out, but you don't see it. Like you don't see the people rising up in some of the Asian countries. You don't see the people rising up in Brazil. You don't see the people rising up in some of the other areas. And like it's areas of the world where people are rising up and fighting the government and winning. You don't see that. You understand what I'm saying? And that's very, very purposeful. And that's just it, man. Y'all got me. I'm gonna have to take this down, man. I ain't even get the chance to even talk about Hector Macho Camacho, man. You feel me? I wanted to talk about Hector Macho Camacho, because if I'm gonna talk boxing, I'm gonna talk about the boxing that I love, that I know and love. You feel me? I want to talk about the boxing that I know and love. You understand? But so I didn't even get a chance to talk about him. I guess I'll probably just take the stream down. But look, man, at the end of the day, it's just important that you really truly like stop being distracted, man. You understand? Stop being distracted and really truly start to focus, on the things that are going on as they impact you. You feel me? This derailment of these chemicals is very, very, very impactful. If it gets in our waterways, if it gets in the soil in Ohio, Ohio is responsible for a large percentage of our agriculture, our domestic agriculture. You understand what I'm saying? So if we're not able to produce those crops, then you're talking about food shortages. If that water makes its way through Ohio and into the other states, and then somehow into the Mississippi, you feel me, and somehow down all the way down into the Gulf, we got a for real water crisis on our hands. Like all these things are like very, very, real. And at some point, like, shit has to become too much. And so, like, with all of this shit that's going on, man, like, how dare I come in here and just add to the distraction by talking about a bunch of dudes who, you feel me, who in the grand scheme of things, man, don't really matter with regard to everything that's going on. And that's all I'm saying. You feel me? My brother said, we all got roofs. Catch your own water, family. Catch your own water. It's time to start having your own water filtration systems. Mm. Hey man, salute to y'all, man. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate y'all for following through, man. Apologies for the delay for everybody that came in on the Junior the Truth. Salute on the Junior the Truth YouTube channel. Salute to everybody that found their way to the mobile app and found their way over there, man. I really and to the Punch Junkie network channel though. So salute to y'all. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate y'all, man. You have absolutely no idea. Shout out to y'all, man. This is Junior the Truth signing off. I'm a hard born player made. If you don't know anything else about me at the end of the day, I got to keep